everyone, Gifted Soul here. I felt called to do a general collective reading for everyone that revolves around the remainder of November. This is just a mostly an advice reading, can be predictive, but mostly self-healing and things like that. I have a few decks beside me that I'm going to be using, and the first deck or card you see comes from the Sacred Power Reading Cards by Anna Stark. The box is over there. And I had already started the reading, and then the recording kind of stopped. So that's why this first card is already pulled. So the card is Self-Love. So this is about a need for you to take care of yourself, showing the compassion you show to others, to yourself, listening to your own advice, taking care of yourself, like getting your hair done, getting your nails done, buying yourself a new pair of shoes, just anything to nurture yourself. Also, this is about nurturing your inner child as well. And just allowing yourself to have fun, making room for play, just making sure that you are balanced. And so our next card is I pull cards a little different than most readers do. Keep that in mind. So here is our next message. And apparently I have dropped all of these cards, which I'll have to stop this video and pick them up really quick. But we have the Unconditional Love card. And so there is a reading that I was watching, I think yesterday, by a fellow reader on YouTube. And these are the messages that were coming up constantly about self-love, and even a card that actually said unconditional love. She was using a different deck than this, but there was an unconditional love card. If she watches this video, she'll probably know that I'm referring to her. But yeah, so this is definitely a message for all of us to take in. Unconditional love, you know, accepting people as they are. This is about not necessarily just giving birth in the physical aspect or like having a baby literally, but it's about being nurturing, having a nurturing quality, recreating or producing something that allows for our loving sides to come out. So yeah, and it's not only for others, but it's a need for you to do this for yourself as well, so that you can love another individual. And yeah. Now this could mean, you know, giving birth physically, but generally speaking, for a collective, this is just about literally unconditional love. I will be right back. I ended up dropping these cards, so just give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So this is also about being generous, and you just having a healing quality to nurture other people. It's within you. This is supposed to be something that is a part of your life purpose. So it doesn't necessarily mean being a mother. Being a mother generally, but not saying, oh, I have to have my own kids. But this is about you being a mother figure to different people. Yeah. I just think that's, I'll shuffle these again since I dropped them. I think that's amazing that that message came through. Being that I seen this in another reading. So this is okay. So I do have other decks that I'll be using alongside this one as well. Oops. Okay. So I'm just going to pull one more card from this deck. And then I'm going to move along to a different deck. I'm really hoping that this camera does not decide to die while I'm in the middle of this. I'm really going to get aggravated. I'm not going to lie to you. So we have the illusion card. So I need to separate fantasy from reality. Letting go of certain outcomes that you may have projected for yourself, or some type of situation you may be involved in, or even situations that are to come. Learning to differentiate whether it's your intuition or if it's wishful thinking. I'm feeling that as the message here as well. This is also a message of everything that glitters isn't necessarily gold. So keep that in mind as well. Just because it looks good on the outside, it doesn't mean that it is good. And this reading so far also is revolving around accepting things as they are, not trying to change things. And yeah, just having unconditional love and not choosing a person or a situation because it looks good. You have to think things over and be realistic about things as well. Yeah. So definitely be careful when you are making certain decisions and not just looking at the outer appearance. Okay, so I am done with that deck. And now, I think I'm going to go with, I have some decks pulled out that I am going to be using here already. So I'm going to be using the Soul's Journey Oracle or Lesson Cards by James Van Praagh. I have no idea where I'm going to set this. Should have thought about this before I did this, definitely. I do have a review. I want to say full flip through, maybe not full, but on my channel if you are interested in this deck in particular. Again, it's by James Van Praagh, and it is the Soul's Journey Lesson Cards. Okay, so we have a pop-up card that decided to come out really quick, and it's balance. And I think I did say this before about making sure yourself is balanced. And this card comes up and it says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Okay. I wasn't done shuffling, actually. That definitely popped out and was meant, because I did mention it earlier, if I'm not mistaken, because I know I had to read this card twice already, because when I was in the middle of it the first time, the video cut out. My shuffling process is a little long. I do apologize for that. I guess that's a big truck. It tends to only happen when I'm recording. If I'm not recording or doing anything, I don't hear anything. But then when I get a video started, for some reason, the universe wants to send traffic my way. So, okay. So I am shuffling. Okay. And our card is Trust. It says, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me directly. So like I said earlier, listening to your own advice and also differentiating your intuition from wishful thinking, making sure that this is not something only that you are wanting, but something that you are needing as well. The synchronicities that are happening right now, you are needing to trust as well, because it is guiding you to your divine purpose. Taking a leap of faith also is what comes up as well. And trusting the order that things are happening in is allowing for you to create balance. And I kind of feel like these two should have came up before that. No, trust should have came before balance, but it's the same message either way. Let's see. We have success. So trusting in that and allowing for balance to occur in your life will ultimately bring about success in any or all aspects of your life. So keep that in mind as well. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. And there we go with this love word again. So this could be evolving around not just self-love, but maybe relationships as well. So yeah, I think that is awesome. Okay, so I'm probably going to do like 3 cards per deck that I have here. These are just a few of the decks that I have in my collection. It's kind of hard for me to choose when I want to do a video, because it's like I have so many decks and it's like I want to use all of them. But yeah. So this next one here is, these next cards are going to be from the Butterfly Oracle deck by Doreen. I have not used that in a long time. If anybody is interested in that, I want to say I reviewed this on my channel as well. If you do not see one, if you request it, I will definitely do it. Make a video about them if you want. Should have pulled out my numerology deck, but I don't. It's buried somewhere. So, okay, so we have cards that want to fly everywhere. So I don't always keep pop-up cards. I don't. But there is a message, and I feel like that may be meant support. And I feel like this is about you needing to allow yourself to receive support from other people. If somebody is handing their hand out to you, don't be prideful. Go ahead and take it. That is the message I'm getting for that. So again, I have a shuffling process, and it doesn't normally include pop-up cards. Unless I feel the card is meant for you, then I put it back in the deck. But if it's not meant for you. But if it's meant for you, I keep it out. If I feel it's meant for you. Okay. Let's see. What messages do the Butterfly Oracle have for us? Hello everyone. I am continuing the reading. I had to clear some space in this device here. I still don't know if it's going to last long, but what I'm going to end up having to do is do these, upload them separately or try to convert them. I do not know how to push the videos together, but I might learn. I'm a fast learner, so maybe I could do that. But if not, this will be in a separate video than the beginning of the reading. And I probably just need to get a memory card. But I'm back for however long this will allow me to do the reading. Because I do have a few more decks I want to use. So I've already shuffled. I was in the middle of trying to get the... Oh yeah, I'm just going to make this as a part 2. The Butterfly Oracle message. And we have changing your mind. I feel like this goes back. Trying to get it to focus, but it won't. There it is. Changing your mind. So this goes back to, I feel like, a message of illusion here. All about, you know, walking away from things that aren't good for you. Change your mind about things you thought you wanted, but in the end it ended up kind of making your life toxic, or adding extra stress in it that it didn't need to, that you didn't need to deal with. So possibly coming up, you'll be having second thoughts about certain situations and people, removing yourself from their energy, because at the end it wasn't exactly what you expected. So yeah. So we have parental care, which is the last message I'm pulling from the Butterfly Oracle deck. Parental care, and here we go again with unconditional love, and there's a baby there. Again, it doesn't have to be physically a baby or a kid, but just being a motherly figure or a father figure to someone, being a wise friend for someone, kind of like a parent but not necessarily a parent. And this is also about taking care of your parents. So whether living or alive, this is about, I feel like, honoring your parents' needs. This is all about respecting our elders as well. So while you're providing unconditional love to yourself, don't forget about how we got here, and that was our parents. So make sure, even just leaving a message, calling them, or whatever the case is, just letting them know that you are there for them and that you're grateful for what they have done for you. Now, if you are in a situation where you didn't have parents around, or whatever the I was about to say consequences, but whatever the circumstances were, this is your chance to be a parent or be like a parent to somebody else. I know it's not the same thing as receiving that from your parents, but yeah, I just had to make sure we did those messages both ways there in case. But so that is the butterfly messages. I'm gonna go ahead and pull from the Archangel Oracle cards. Probably can't see the title there because the words have kind of faded off of my box. Okay, so because this keeps cutting out, I'm going to make these my last couple of messages. This is going to be 3 parts to this now, and then I'm going to have to figure out something. So we were in the middle of pulling from the Archangel Oracle cards. Here's the book by Doreen Virtue. I finished shuffling, and one of the cards that comes out is Crystal Clear Intentions, and I feel like, again, this is brought back to the illusion message here. It says, Archangel Michael, the message is from Archangel Michael, and it says, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. It's about having faith in something that you really, really want, and then you will receive it. But also, Crystal Clear Intentions brings me back to this illusion message because it's asking you to make sure you know what you want before you wish for it. Again, crystal clear intentions. Make sure your intentions don't revolve around the wrong thing. Again, like outer appearances and things like that. Make sure your intentions are pure. Whatever decisions you're trying to make sure that this is going to be something that will help you in the end. So our next message, honestly, I think I'm going to go ahead and make this the last one. Gentleness. And that's from Archangel Sandalphon. I never knew how to pronounce that, but it says, be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. So that is our final message, and that is, again, about this kind of brings me back to the self-love message and the unconditional love message from the starting point of the reading, which is which includes being gentle to yourself and surrounding yourself with people that allow for you to continue to grow and allow for you to continue to be able to grow and nurture yourself. So I wish you guys love and light. Again, if you would like a personal reading from me, I will link my Etsy shop and my website down below. I will try to upload more in the future when I can figure out this storage thing. I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading. This 3-part reading at that. Again, I wish you guys love and light, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of November.